money's here, we good. Dr. Umar, how much is it going to cost for us to have a conversation with you about that school? We got to donate $1,000, $2,500 to get the blueprint to talk to some faculty to see if you're really trying to get a school, Doc. The money's on the table, man. Take us up on that offer, bro.
Trying to talk about that live, brother. Like I said, the offer is yours. Shout out to Corey Holcomb, Zoe Williams, and Darlene. Sir. That was real dope. We heard Darlene in the background talking about that was church. And I mean, that's all we've been talking about. That's church 101. But anyway, moving on to the Uncensored Truth podcast. We love doing what we do, man. I want to talk about real quick. Let's segue because I think we're about to get up out of here. But Nick Cannon, he was talking on TMZ about the whole Travis Scott situation. Obviously, we got the Super Bowl coming in a couple of weeks. Very critical of Travis Scott, as many people are. It's very popular to be critical of Travis Scott right now, given the fact of what he's doing. Yeah. Let me give you a little bit of a context of what he said, and then let me get your thoughts on that, man. I'm Team Kaepernick all day. I call it cultural equity. We're not mad at Big Boy. He's for the people. But someone, like Travis Scott, he got to walk more gingerly. It's more about truly having integrity to who you are in your music and your art form. The people you choose to interact with, the people you choose to procreate with. That decision wasn't for the culture. Now, obviously, what are your thoughts about?
So he's talking about Travis Scott and pretty much Kylie Jenner.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, he procreated with Kylie Jenner. Yeah.
Oh, they did have a baby.
They married her.
And so he's coming at him about the Super Bowl, correct?
Yeah, I mean, and then Raquel, I guess she works for TMZ. She called him out and said, "Well, you date white women," and then he went on to just say, "Yeah, well, I love white women. I wasn't trying to say it like that, but what?"
I mean, that's how he said it, though.
That's exactly how he fucking
said
it.
Exactly how he said it. I mean, that's you have, I'll put it like this: you have certain group of people who think a certain way. You have like, maybe I say East Indians, or Asian people who only believe that they should certainly deal with their own people. And you even told me a chick that you was dating, she said that she can never ever in your past ever be with you because you was a brother, you're a black man. So we understand that we do have, people who think like this. I can't knock it per se. Do I necessarily agree with it? No. I mean, my thing is, whatever your situation is, if that person, you're happy together, y'all make it work, do your thing. That's how I truly think. I'm not into, oh yeah, you got to do this and that. But if people think like that, I'm not against that either. Somebody says, okay, yeah, what I mean, I'm black, I want to be somebody who's black. What I mean, I'm white, I want to be with somebody who's white. But in that case, Nick Cannon, he's saying the procreation part, which is different than just being with him. What I mean? It's a little different than that. So that's I would like to talk to him. Of course, we probably won't for clarification on that. But I can see, if that's the way that Nick Cannon feels, like he may feel like, look, Arnie should be procreating with a black woman. I salute him. You know what I mean? But I can't be mad at Travis Scott for doing what he want to do either.
This whole Travis Scott situation is interesting because it brings on a conversation that's us as black individuals. We really got to understand that we all have something very mentally and a mental issue that we all have to address and deal with, all of us to some degree or another. And I could see Travis Scott's situation a lot because he's obviously, you could see him being a little bit socially awkward. He didn't often want to take pictures. He didn't fuck with his looks like that. It reminds me of a situation of a kid, especially in particular, a black kid who was in school, maybe looked a little different, socially awkward, got made fun of. Who's going to make fun of him? The black kids. Now, they going to sit there and get with him because they're the ones around him, making fun of him, making fun of him, making fun of him. He grows a resentment toward the black kids. And he has his one white friend, Johnny, who loves him, who doesn't care about what he looks like, cool. And he goes to their house, and his mom and dad look at him like, why you got this nigga in my house? And he looking like they want to throw him behind a tree in the backyard. So now he has this conflict with his white friend Johnny, and his parents wanting to tear him apart, and these black kids that want to sit there and make fun of him ruthlessly. He doesn't know where to go, so he just grows a resentment. He says, fuck everybody. So when he goes and has a conversation about the Super Bowl, he doesn't care what black people say. He doesn't care what white people say. He doesn't care at all because he's grown this armor of just not really feeling accepted around anything. That's one's black kids' view and how they see the world. And there's so many other different dynamic views we have out here.
Yeah, that's true.
And we don't address any of them. And we're the ones that sit there and pour fire on all these issues. And it's very hypocritical sometimes. And we just really have to go, damn, maybe we need to look ourselves a little more in the mirror, identify with our issues a little more in the mirror, and deal with our shit as opposed to worried about what he's doing, who he's dating, what's going on, because we just a
lot of people was coming at you yesterday. I saw the comment about the Tupac. They're like, it matters who you sleep with. Those people were saying in the Tupac, right? And I guess to a certain extent in certain situations, yeah, You know what I mean? But in certain situations, it probably would. And this all depends on what you're talking about. You know what I mean? With that whole thing, you know, with the two, I'm talking about in reference to the Tupac situation.
Right.
Somebody was saying that, like, it does matter that he was, you know, if he is sleeping with men or whatever. I
mean, for the people who really think that, my question is, when you lay down at night, when you go to sleep, does what he sleep with matter? And if it really genuinely doesn't, if it doesn't affect how you wake up in the morning to move, then you tell me how that generally affects you. If you're allowing that man to affect your life to where someone who he sleeps with directly affects what you got going on in your day-to-day routine, take a look at yourself.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
You can have your views, have your viewpoints, because we both have ours and we're strong about them. But at the end of the day, whoever's doing what they doing out here in the world now ain't got nothing to do with us as long as ours are taken care of and straight.
Facts.
And that's all we care about.
No doubt. No doubt. But you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God, and SamAnt, going in today on this Tuesday night. Before we get to this story, fam, I need you to do me one favor. Go ahead and hit the like button.
It's only